Alright, you guys. A video I was never expecting to make today for my whole entire life. Like, since I was gonna be alive, this video was not supposed to be made, ever. Yeah, unfortunately, the biggest tortoise here on the ranch, that would have been the biggest tortoise here on the ranch, passed away. Why did she pass away? Why did he pass away? We had no idea from the beginning. When this happened, it happened unexpectedly. I had no idea what it could have been. There's nothing in my right mind that I thought something could have happened. There's no way. The reason why I said this could have never happened was because the animals that lived around this tortoise, Big G, if you guys were wondering who that was, Big G passed away, and there are plenty of animals that live all around Big G, around the big building, as you guys know. The capybaras, Missy, other animals, other chickens, all that stuff. Everything is perfectly fine. Everything is happy. Everything's perfect. And a tortoise of that species, of that size and everything like that, shouldn't just pass away for any reason whatsoever. It was, I think, 4 or 5 months ago, I saw for 2-3 days going a little downhill. Downhill as in, it wasn't really downhill whatsoever. Why? Because it was winter time. And during winter time, all the tortoises are a little down, for South Florida at least. They all just chill a little bit. They don't eat as much just because it's not as hot. That's a normal thing. Wasn't expecting anything under the unnormal, you know what I mean? All the other tortoises are actually exactly the same. And I've been living here in the same exact spot for the last 14 years. Big G is about 5.5 years old right now. Don't mind the wind. I'm sorry. It's a little windy, but at least it's not as hot as normal. Yeah. If you guys didn't know who Big G was, well, let me show you real quick. But these right here are from the Galapagos Islands, and this is a Galapagos tortoise, you guys. This is a baby, very endangered Galapagos tortoise. This is right here. One day, you guys, like I'm literally shaking right now, like it's insane. This tortoise right here, one day, will be over 500 to 600 pounds, maybe even bigger than that. Like, this is insane, you guys. This is one of the biggest tortoises in the world. Here's Big G, you guys. He is definitely getting a lot bigger. He's only about 9 months old now, and he's getting big again, you guys. This is the world's largest tortoise in the whole entire world. But it's a perfect little enclosure for my baby Galapagos tortoise for about another month. Big G had a very large dinner earlier, actually with a bunch of cactus. He ate like 5 leaves. But look how gorgeous and big Big G is getting. Look at those growth lines. Here you go, Big G. You got to upgrade. Doing great. Look at that humongous enclosure size setup thingy. Crazy. That's an upgrade right there for him. Come here, girl. Oh, don't get my fingers in your shell. There you go, big girl. All right. Come on, Big G. Come on, Big G. Eat up. Come on, eat from my hand, eat from my hand, eat from my hand, eat from my... Oh, my goodness gracious. Look at that girl go. So she will munch this stuff up. She loves cactus. Oh, yeah. That's my girl, Big G. These are one impressive freaking tortoise, I'm not gonna lie. World's largest tortoise one day, a Galapagos tortoise. Absolute amazing animal. Moving right along here, we have my girl. I keep on saying girl, I hope it's a boy, but I'm pretty sure it's a girl. Big G right here, doing absolutely amazing. You guys are probably wondering, wait, he's not inside of his enclosure anymore? Well, what we do now is we kind of let her or him walk around and do her thing so that she can get fresh greens, stretch those legs even more, and just live life. I mean, look how big this turtle has actually gone. Amazing. So, unfortunately, Big G is not with us anymore. So how did this all happen? Where do I start off with? Big G would have been just about 6 years old right now, and she's been perfect. He's been perfect. There hasn't been anything that hasn't been perfect with her whatsoever. She's been growing massively. I mean, she was almost this big. This big? Okay, well, she was a big girl. She was a very large Galapagos tortoise. She was doing amazing. It was winter. Nothing bad whatsoever. All the tortoises, everyone's doing perfectly fine here on the ranch. No situations whatsoever. I saw her acting a tad down. Nothing under the normal. My sulcatas do the same thing. The redfoots do the same thing at that sort of time. And I saw her. I went up to her, and she was pretty much not responding. Done. Like, already done. I freaked out right when that happened. I called Sam, Tortoise Farm. And as soon as I called Sam, he's like, rush over here. Maybe we can figure something out. Maybe she's still alive. Maybe we put some medicine, something, whatever. Rushed over there. Already knew by the time I got there, opened up the back of the car. she was already passed away. So Sam pretty much said immediately, because she's still warm and it's still fresh and all that stuff, she's dead. He told me she's done, unfortunately. So he asked me immediately, he's like, would you want to do an autopsy on her to see what's going on? And I'm like, yeah, I mean, this is a tortoise that's supposed to live 100+ years old. Why the heck did she pass away randomly for nothing from the outside? No bubbles, no nothing. Everything perfectly fine. There was nothing out of the normal of looking at her that she looked bad. You know what I mean? So right off the bat, him and Mario just start opening her up. I personally couldn't watch that. I was with Kenya, and I went to was that Kenya?
I wasn't there.
You weren't there. All right. So yeah, Kenya was with me. It was about 4 or 5 months ago. I don't remember exactly. Start opening her up. I wanted to be nosy, so I saw some parts of it and everything. But he got her right open, everything, and started taking samples. As soon as he opened her up, he noticed there was something wrong right from the beginning. He's like, I've seen this before in other Galapagos tortoises here in Florida, unfortunately, and it's not good. So he's like, he got the samples of everything. He got heart samples, he got liver samples, he got lung samples, he got stomach samples. I mean, he got little pieces of samples, put them in these little containers to send them out to the lab ASAP as soon as possible to see what was going on. I wanted to do it. There was no reason why not to do it. So I had information for you guys, information for me to get, understanding on what the heck happened. Because I knew there was no way I did anything wrong, no. The reason why, if there was any poison in the yard, if there's any Roundup in the yard, any kind of stuff of that sort, the capybaras would be the first one to go because they graze and touch everything a lot faster than Big G. They're eating the same exact thing. The chickens are pecking around everything. Nothing's just dropping dead for no reason. It just doesn't happen. Why would just this one tortoise drop dead and not anything else? Right? Right. I mean, it just makes sense at the end of the day. Sent in the lab results. You guys are seeing this video right now because it took a few months. It took a few months to get the lab results back. I got the lab results back, and I got the text messages today from Sam. He sent them to me randomly, normal day here at the ranch, and he literally sends me this humongous lab result. He puts Blake Galapagos tortoise, blah, 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 all this stuff.
It's from the doctor.
Yeah, it's from a doctor. I really don't know how to understand majority of this stuff, so I don't know if Cassandra, you want to read this to them, or you want to explain it over the camera what is going on here, what they said pretty much.
So basically they just said that there was some inflammation throughout the organs, but nothing toxic in the blood, in the body, anything like that. There was no disease, no infection was found,
no poisons, he wasn't sick, there was nothing wrong with him whatsoever.
It was just inflammation of some stuff, but nothing out of the ordinary. They said that was completely normal, and that the only thing that had something off was the heart. She, or Big G was he,
yeah, we don't know.
Had congestive heart failure.
So for me, it's a lot of information for me. Cassandra read it all over. She explained to me what it all meant, all of this stuff. So what Sam explained to me, and I asked him, I texted him back right here. I said, so it was what you thought it was from the beginning, heart failure question. And he said, yes, he was born with the
congestive heart failure.
Yeah, it's a disease that's killing all these Galapagos tortoises. And I was like, wow.
So she was born with it, no other outside factor or anything like that caused it.
She was born with that, exactly. There was nothing that I did wrong. Her diet, the way I kept her, the way she was living, she was perfect in every way, except inside, she was born with a disease, a heart failure disease, and
just by age, it eventually got worse.
By age, it was just getting worse and worse and worse. The heart, when I saw it, he showed it to me, it looked like crap. It just didn't look right. Like, he's like, as soon as he opened it up, he's like, yep, that's what it is. He opened up others before and saw the same exact thing. He knew right off the back. He's like, we don't have to even send in the samples because I know what it is because he's seen it so many times. Sam is very, 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 very smart tortoise guy. Probably one of the best for sure. I was like, just send it in. What if it was a poison? What if somebody threw something over? I just wanted to be for sure. I was looking over my cameras. I was looking at everything, and it just, nothing I could have done. Nothing I could have prevented in whatsoever. Anyway, sucks, you guys. I got that tortoise from a friend of mine, and it was donated here to the ranch as
After the fire.
Yeah, like after the fire that we had here at the ranch, when I lost a bunch of turtles and tortoises, it was just like a startup here on the ranch and everything to have Big G on the ranch. I had her, as you saw in the video, since in the egg. I saw her hatch out from the egg. I had the date that she was born, hatched, and all that stuff. And to see this tortoise pass away, I thought I was gonna be giving it to, you know, Cash and to my kids, and you know, it was just gonna pass on. Like Sam has the professor that's 108 years old. I mean, that's what I always wanted to do with the Galapagos tortoise.
At least you know it wasn't anything.
Yeah, exactly, like Cassandra said, and that was one reason why I wanted to get the autopsy on it, to make sure it was nothing on my end. I just really knew it wasn't nothing on my end. There was no way.
And if it was, you knew to watch out for that in the future, like
yeah,
change
like,
anything.
You know, at the end of the day, no one's perfect. Everyone learns every single day. Every single giant, massive zoo, they all have issues too. Not one of them is perfect whatsoever. The private sector works with the bigger zoos. The bigger zoos are looking at the private people all day long. We learn off of each other. Big G passed away, you guys. I mean, I saw it in the comments. People were asking me. I've been going live and streaming and all this stuff. And people have been asking me all this stuff, and I kind of been ignoring the question because I didn't want to say that she just passed away with no explanation on why she passed away. We got the information back. Sucks, you guys. I mean, I know I don't look like I'm sad or anything of that sort, but you know, it happened before, and it's been a little while now. It just sucked. I had this, what?
Another helicopter.
Yeah, so like, I just don't know, you guys. It sucks. It's a part of having animals, and if you think things happen all the time, but I'm happy that I came with a closure on what actually happened. But other than that, you guys, I mean, just give this video a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, put your post notifications on. We always have bads, we always have goods here on the ranch, and I like to keep it 100% with you guys on what's happening here on the ranch. I never lie or never hide anything on the ranch. I always keep it 1,000 with you guys, and that's who I am here on the ranch. I keep it 100 all the time, and that's it, you guys. I have the shell, I have her body still inside the freezer. I'm not too sure what I'm gonna do with it. My buddy that actually used to do things for other people and animals and all that stuff, he moved out of the country, so I just have her in the freezer right now with the shell. I definitely want to keep the shell and hang it up in the building or some sort, but I have to preserve it in some way. So if anybody in Florida knows how to do that and wants to help me out with that, please let me know. That's it, you guys. There's not much else I could really tell you guys except Big G passed away. That freaking sucks, you guys, and it's a part of life, and you gotta keep moving on and keep moving forward.